And it's time once again for Talkin' Tractors with our friend Kurt Aumann of Aumann Auctions in Nokomis, Illinois. Kurt, welcome.
Welcome.
So we just had a taste of your work at the Lowry Minneapolis Moline auction. Tell us a little bit about what that day was like for you.
Hey, that was a great Minneapolis Moline day in Indiana. You know, Dick is very well respected in the antique tractor collecting community, especially the Minneapolis Moline community, and he's known for his quality tractors. And we had a great lineup that day. A lot of people turned out, and we had a real successful auction.
A lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Now, a lot of folks want to know, if I'm looking to buy my very first classic tractor, how do I get started? What's your advice to them?
Yeah, you know, the best thing to do is, you know, when you choose a tractor that means something to you, that you've got a connection with. Maybe you like the lines of it, maybe you remember it when you were a kid, and find, you know, watch the listings and find one of those tractors and get to know it, get familiar with it, do a little research on it, and when you go to inspect it, you know, look it over for breaks or missing parts or bad tires.
So what are some of the mistakes then to avoid when you're kind of looking over that very first tractor that you think you want to take home?
Well, and some of it depends on the type of collector you are. I admire the people that will rescue something out of a hedgerow, you know, that's maybe half there and stuck and bring it back to life, and other people want to turn the key and just play with it. So, you know, depending on the type of collector you are, you need to take an honest evaluation of the tractor and seek help. There's always collectors there that you can say, hey, you know what do you think this tractor looks like?
So restored or unrestored, then what's the best option if I'm a first-time buyer?
Well, a lot of that depends on your abilities. I don't
have any really, but
I have all the heart to be a great tractor mechanic. I just have very little of the head. So, you know, I like to personally buy my tractors in as nice of an original condition as I can get, or a real nice restoration. I like to do a little work, but I can't do a lot of work. You know, there's some guys that are great mechanics that can tear into an engine and overhaul it and rebuild it. I sure admire those folks, and I have done that myself, but I've always sought a little help.
Well, and that's where it's helpful to have some good friends who really know what they're doing, whether it's engines or sheet metal.
I haven't met an antique tractor collector that doesn't want to jump in and help. And actually, it's a fun day in the shop to have a few friends come over and work on something.
Now, when auctions go on, they move really fast. What would you say to someone who maybe wants to shop or buy at an auction? What kind of help would you give them as they go to that first time?
Well, you know, we've always got ring men in the crowd, and if you have any questions during the auction, you just grab one of those guys and say, hey, what's going on? You know, is this tractor coming up next? What's that auctioneer saying? You know, and they're there to help you.
Yeah, so it really is the kind of thing where there's friends and friendships, and you kind of feed off each other to really help people work through it.
You know, one of the common themes that we see at our auctions is people come because they meet all their friends there, and it's a fun place. It's kind of like a tractor show, only everything's for sale.
You can take one home.
You get to take one home, yeah.
All right, thanks, Kurt, for talking tractors with us.
Sure.
Now, if you're interested in classic farm tractors, then you do need to connect with the friendly professionals at Aumann Auctions. They're experts in the world of classic and antique farm tractors, and you can find out more at the website aumannvintagepower.com.